Alright. State your name, please.
John Elmore.
Alright. Can you describe what you do?
I was a security guard at the Joy Dog facility.
Alright, and can you please explain how you got the job in the first place and how you even survived?
I was in desperate need of money, and I saw that they were offering a pretty good pay. So I applied for the job, and due to my previous interactions with military and police, my skills were accepted for the job. How I survived the night, I have no idea. What I witnessed there is unbelievable, and no matter what I would tell people, they would not believe me.
So, can you give all the details, starting from the beginning?
Well, when I first got to the job, the elevator for the facility did not work completely, and I had to bust open one of the panels to connect the wires. After it finally got working, when I went down into the facility, I realized that no one was actually there except for the AI that was running the place.
The AI?
Yes, the entire facility was run by an AI, artificial intelligence.
You sure there wasn't anything like experiments or costumes or anything?
I'm positive. About the experiments, the Joy Dog experiment was a failed test from what they told me, what the AI told me. It was meant to bring happiness and joy to kids, hence the name Joy Dog. It was an animatronic, and...
Could you describe what it looked like in all the details you can?
At first, when I saw it on stage, because I had to watch it, it was just like a normal dog animatronic, big, I'd say about 7.5 feet tall. Not realistic looking, but really playful. You know, panels that opened up in case of maintenance. The dog was brown with a little bit of beige, black nose, white eyes. It was blue, like white and blue eyes. But the dog, it did become rapid at one point. It started to lurk around the facility. It managed to escape from where it was being held, and I still don't know how to that day.
Right, and how many nights have you actually stayed there?
I spent 7 nights at the facility.
7 nights, man. That's actually a long time. Why do you even still came back after even the first night?
I desperately needed the money. I had to, support my life. I couldn't get applied into any other job due to criminal records.
And you didn't really decide to take any other job, and
I couldn't. Criminal record. It would not. No one else wanted to accept me.
I see. Well, you really didn't have much of a choice, did you, back then?
I did not.
I see. We have also had some other people who we interviewed here in the JDC. Some also have seen the Joy Dog, but not in the facility and some other random places. Could it be possibly the same Joy Dog, or was it a different version? Some have described it as half burned, like some kind of sounded a lot like your version of what you've seen, but a little different. So could it be the same one, or was it like it's a different, possibly newer or older model?
You see, the facility was not just trying to bring joy to kids. I mean, as an entire facility, it didn't just specialize in the joy of kids. They had other equipment that they specialized on. Bombs, tanks, artillery, flamethrowers, guns. I mean, any big company you see now, like, Samsung or Apple, they don't only specialize in making technology, because let alone that would make them poor. I managed to get a hold of one of the flamethrowers on the 5th night and caused some pretty hefty damage to the Joy Dog animatronic, hence why people probably saw it burnt.
So it was actually the same one?
It possibly was. This thing could move incredibly fast. It was unbelievable. I mean, I kind of understand why my office had doors and lights and cameras. I mean, this thing was so fast, it almost caught me.
Okay, we have about 15 minutes left. Could you also possibly make us a sketch by the end of the document?
Of course, of course.
All right. So just so we can get an idea of what it actually looked like in our own picture. Did anything else happen in there? Like, were there any other animatronics other than the Joy Dog itself?
There was one more animatronic I don't like to talk about. I don't know its name, but I know it wore black pants and it had green fur. Resembling like a wolf rabbit hybrid. I don't know what I saw. It was broken, damaged, like a kid taken away from his family.
Wow.
It begged for help, and at the same time it tried to kill me. I never got a full view of it because I only saw it in the dark.
Wow.
Anytime I would shine my flashlight onto it, it would let out a giant scream, a hurtling blood scream.
All right. A couple more things I want to mention, or one thing I want to ask is, did the Joy Dog ever spoke, or did it have like a mind of its own? Just a simple question.
It was like it had a mind of its own. I mean, I doubt any animatronic trying to help kids would try to kill somebody so brutally. I mean, looking at this thing, the endoskeleton, it was not normal. It was made out of pipes.
Pipes?
Pipes, like pipes that move around every millisecond, that could form into something new.
That's interesting.
It was equipped with weapons.
What?
It was like it had weapons of its own to get around the facility. Like it wasn't the first time it had broken out.
Okay, but back to the question. Just yes or no. Did it ever spoke or anything? And if so, what would it usually say?
It didn't exactly speak in sentences. It did say words, and a lot of the time it would scream, like a blood-hurtling scream. Before it got down the halls, out of nowhere, like if you didn't know where it was, and you would hear that scream, you would leave immediately. It would speak in broken words like help, or broken, or kill, or death. It would say those words at random.
All right.
It also gave a code at one point. It mentioned the numbers 662607015.
And you remember all that?
Military training, great memory. I don't know what to say.
All right. We're about to wrap things up here within about 2 minutes. You want to leave any special messages, by chance?
Guns don't work on this thing. This thing cannot be taken down by any sort of bullet that's not bigger than it. It would just put itself back together. The only way to take it down, from my idea, hence why it's rapid in the streets right now, is fire. Fire in itself damaged it pretty hefty.
And do you believe it's still after you? In some way?
Could be.
Alright. Well, thank you for all the information.